Welcome to Vintage Coin-Op Restorations and my living room. As you know, us collectors, we always have a hard time keeping our collection down in our game rooms. And as you can see, we have a grandma fortune teller upstairs away from my game room. And wife is gone, so we thought we'd take a little video of some of the other machines that we have upstairs. Again, in front of the television. But no, these are getting ready to be shipped out, and we thought we'd just kind of take a quick walk and talk about some of these machines. They've been all completely restored, both mechanically and cosmetically. This is Stoner's The Ball Fan. I believe the year is maybe 1932 or so. And it's an absolutely beautiful game, baseball themed. And with this game, this is a EM game, but there's also electric involved. And what we're doing here at this game is we're shooting the pinball up to the play field. And what we're doing here is trying to get points. And we're going to get points by putting the marbles not only in the play field, but to get the men on base. Like, for example, here on first base, you'd get 500. Which is a white hole, and in turn, if you can get the next marble in the 1, you would get a 1 up on top of the glass here that lights up. And basically, again, all these machines they were here for gaming, to play, to be fun, but there was one thing that they all connect together is these machines were made to make money. And you bet on them, and depending on what your scores were, you got paid out by a clerk. So that's what this, it's been going on for years, but let's just take a quick look. You can see a little bit on the cabinet. Very Art Deco. Yeah, here and on your right in this blank spot is where your odds would have been. So you might have needed to score, 20 points or something like that to get the free game, or for every free game it was a nickel. So depending on how many free games you got, you'd have a certain amount of nickels. Next to it is another game called The Marble Prince. This is made by the Ludwig Manufacturing Company, and here looks primitive, but it's really far out. You have this crazy roller coaster, and I apologize for the glare from my ceiling and the lights here, but just no place to put these anymore. I wanted to get them out of the shop because they are ready to go. But here you have your chance by controlling the plunger and the ball speed. It would determine where on this crazy roller coaster track that the balls would come. And again, here we go with the points. The balls would land in these little spots, and in turn, you would have so many points that you'd have to add up, and that would be your, how much you would possibly win. And at the end of every game, as you push the coin mechanism in, it lifts all of the catches, and the balls roll down to start the game over. It's a beautiful walnut burl playfield with aluminum and brass fittings on top. And next here, we like to call this, and most pre-war pinball people would probably call it, the trifecta. What we have here is Rockola Manufacturing Company here in Chicago. David Rockola, also the same company that we all know are famous for the jukebox. But here is what he did earlier, pinball machines. And what we have here is the World Series, Jigsaw, and not one Army-Navy, not 2, but 3 Army-Navy pinball machines, which are extremely hard to find, just because there probably weren't many of them made. And we've specialized in the Rockola machine, so there's many parts that all these machines were not all in this condition, not even close. So a lot of the parts had to be made. But we are very, very happy with the outcome of all these machines. So let's start back here with the World Series. World Series, it's a purely mechanical game in which you use your plunger to control how far and how high that you would get your pinball, and you'd work it down into a strike, hit, fall, ball, or your two outs on left and right. Each time it falls in the out, by weight, it would make your out go to 1, 2, and 3. If you manage to get the ball down the center here, it would land right in that little hole, and depending on the star wheel and where it's at, it would determine how many actual, if you went to first, second, or third, or even a home run. And that would be kicked out at the top and brought down into the actual runs. And in turn, even on this one, it actually tells you what your payout could be. 5 runs, 6 runs, 15 skill points. Well, each skill point is probably worth a nickel. So not an exactly easy game to play, but a lot of fun. And next to it, before I even get to this one, I want to tell you the year. The year is 1934 for all 3 of these machines. And at the same time, people call this jigsaw, or the World's Fair jigsaw, and they call it that because in 1934 was a century of progress for the Chicago World Exposition was held here. And this game, our object is to complete the puzzle of the Chicago skyline of 1934. In fact, if we zoom in really close, those who are familiar with Chicago, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see Soldier Field and the Shed Aquarium, and there's also the Adler Planetarium also in there. Only 3 of those, or 4 buildings, still remain from this World Exposition, but this was the skyline at that time, and this game was made just for the World's Fair. Again, completely restored and in pristine condition right now. And again, up on our score here, test your skill. Exactly what it's about. It's about making money. And next to it is the Army-Navy. The Army-Navy also was built in 1934, but they made 2 different versions of it. One is called the Gold, and you have a wood top. Okay? Basically the same machine. In fact, it is the same machine, but holes are in the same exact positions, but they're just a little bit, the pin locations are a little bit different. So I'll kind of just show you really quick the play field here, and on the Gold, what it looks like. Here on the Gold one, it's like little flags that you're trying to shoot in here, and on the Army-Navy, they're just holes that are colored according to the blue and the red that you have down here. And all this was for a nickel. And again, up on the scoreboard here, tells you exactly what you could win. Here's another wood top. And last but not least is Bally's Bumper. Bumper was Bally's first bumper pinball machine. It's not the first bumper game, because I think someone beat them by just a couple months. But this is Bally's first pinball machine with electric bumpers. And it has a really neat feature, because in the back, it has like a little projector where your score would be up on top. Every time that the pinball hit one of these coils, it gave you 10 points. And down here, again, it's about money. This is your free games. 300 to 340 pounds of points gave you 2 free games, or 10 cents. Well, if you have any of these machines for sale, or you have one that you'd love to have restored, we're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. You could see us at the Chicagoland Coin-Op Show this November 15th, 16th, and 17th, I believe. We'll have 5 booths there. We'll have many machines to look at. We do not only do pinball machines. We do all kinds of arcade machines. In fact, I'll just swing over here real quickly to show you something else. This is from the 1920s. This is an H.C. Evans gambling wheel that will be at the show. Let me step back a little so you can get a good look at it. Very ornate. Absolutely beautiful. Little red jewels all over this. Let's get close into the center here. That is original chipped glass. Well, no matter what you're looking for, if it's coin op or if it's game related, give us a call. We'd love to help you guys out. Again, our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our videos so you can see all the new machines that are coming to our warehouse.